Welcome back, dear students, to the third video on understanding shapes, exercise 16a. So without further delay, let's continue with the first question for the day, and I'm taking question number 6.1. So find the sum of exterior angle obtained on producing in order the size of a polygon with 7 sides. Okay, so first and foremost, you need to understand what is the meaning of exterior angle. Okay, you need to find the sum of all the exterior angles in this case. Okay, now let's understand exterior angle using the very same diagram which was introduced in the first class of understanding shapes. Now you see all these pink colored ones are called interior angles. Okay, and these, okay, so wherever green is marked, those are called exterior angles. Okay, now you need to find, suppose, imagine that there are 7 sides here. For example, in this diagram, how many sides are there? We have 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, isn't it? Right? So there are exactly 5 sides. And how many interior angles are there? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have got 5 interior angles, 5 sides. Now let's calculate how many exterior angles are there. For example, here 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So that means if there are 5 sides, then there will be 5 interior angles and 5 exterior angles. Now here the question says that there are 7 sides. So that means the polygon will have 7 interior angles and 7 exterior angles. Okay, now I am removing this diagram. I am taking a small segment of that diagram, that is only this segment. Now you know this pink colored is interior and this one is exterior, isn't it? Now if you add these two, that is interior and opposite exterior, the sum will always be 180 degree, isn't it? Because from the diagram you see that when you add this pink colored with the green colored, you will get a straight angle, isn't it? Right? And the value of straight angle is always 180 degree. So that's what we need to understand here. Okay, so in this case we are given n equals to 7, and we know sum of the interior and exterior angle at one vertex is 180 degree. Just now I showed you, right? At this vertex, sum of the interior and exterior together is 180 degree. Okay, now how many interior and exterior angles are there? There are exactly 7, no? So that's why sum of all interior and exterior angle will be 7 times 180 degree. How 180 degree? Because we know for one pair of interior and exterior angle, it is 180 degree. Sum is 180 degree. But how many pairs of interior and exterior angles are there? We have 7 pairs, isn't it? I have already shown you how it was 7. So that's why total sum of interior and exterior angle will be 7 into 180, which is 1260 degree. Now remember, this is the sum of all interior and exterior angles. Now we'll find first the sum of interior angles, which is calculated using this particular formula, right? Now what is the value of n? N is 7. So 7 minus 2 is 5. So 5 into 180 is 900 degree. Now see, this contains total of all interior and exterior, and this contains total of only interior. And the question is asking what is the sum of only exterior angle, isn't it? So how do we find exterior? So as you know, this contains both interior and exterior. From here we'll remove the interior angle, which is how much? 900. So that's why sum of the exterior angles will be this minus this, that is, we will remove the interior angles, and your total turns to be 360 degree. Okay, so you need to mark this answer very, very carefully. So this is turning out to be 360 degree when the number of sides is 7. Okay, so pause the video and note down your solution. Let's have a look at 6 sub number 3. Again, the question is of same kind, but this time you have been given the number of sides to be 250. Okay, so number of sides is 250, and all of you know that sum of the interior and exterior angles at one vertex is 180. That means sum of all interior and exterior angles, like in earlier case it was 7 into 180 degree, this time we have 250. Number of sides is given to be 250, so that's why it will be 250 into 180, and when you multiply you get 45,000 degree. Okay, now after that, see, as you know, this contains both exterior and interior. I need to first find interior angles, and I need to remove interior angles from this angle, isn't it? And we know sum of interior angles is calculated using this formula. Now let's put the value. So n is 250 minus 2 into 180. So we have 250 minus 2 is 248. So 248 into 180. When you multiply them, you get 44,640 degree. Okay, so this is the sum of all interior angles, and this contains both sum of interior and exterior angles. So that's why sum of exterior angle only can be obtained if I remove from this total the interior angles, and the interior angles are this much. So I am removing this much from the total, and that gives you again 360 degree. Okay, so what did you observe from here? Whenever number of sides is 250, that time it is 360. Sum of the exterior angle is turning out to be 360. But when it was 7 sides, that time also it turned out to be 360, isn't it? So that means whatever is the number of sides, sum of exterior angles will always be equals to 360 degree. That's what you need to know from this particular problem. Okay, so you may pause the video and note down your solution. Now let's have a look at the last question for the day. I'm taking question number 7. The size of a hexagon. Hexagon means how many sides will be there? 6 sides will be there, right? Are produced in order if the measures of exterior angles so obtained are these many. Okay, so these are the 6 exterior angles. So this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, 4, 5 and 6. As you know, hexagon has 6 sides, so that's why it will have 6 angles, and all the angles are given here. Now you need to find the measure of each exterior angle. Now in order to find the value of each angle, if you see here, what is the variable? Variable is x, here also it is x, here also x, here also x, here also x, and finally in this also the variable is x. So we want to find the value of x. Okay, now from earlier 2 problems, what did you observe? You observed that the sum of exterior angles of hexagon, okay, sum of exterior angles will be always equals to 360 degree. That's what you observed, isn't it? Now all of these are exterior angles, isn't it? Now that means when you add all these angles, how much should you get? You should get 360 degree. So that's what I have done here. See, I have added all these angles and this turned out to be 360 degree. Now your work is very simple. You have done linear equations in one variable, right? So what you do is you open the bracket and simplify it. Okay, so that simplification part, opening up of bracket, I'm not showing, but you have to show in your work. Okay, so when you simplify this, this will turn into 50x plus 10 is equal to, we have 360 degree. So from here we'll calculate the value of x, bring this 10, you get minus 10, right? So 360 minus 10 becomes 350. This 50 goes to the denominator, and ultimately the value of x turned out to be 7. Okay, so as I told you in the beginning, I wanted to find the value of x, which is 7. So therefore the angles are, now you know these are the angles. Now let's put the value of x. So here if you put x, it becomes 7. Here also it is 7. Here 8x becomes 8 into 7, 9x becomes 9 into 7, 5x becomes 5 into 7, 12x becomes 12 into 7. Now 6 into 7 is 42, minus 1 is 41 degree, right? So similarly simplify others. So your answer turns out to be 41 degree. From the second one you get 72, from the third one you get 58, 60, 39, and finally you get 90 degree. So these are the 6 different angles, that is exterior angles, which are formed in a hexagon. Okay, so you may pause the video and note down the solution. So your homework is 6 sub number 2 only for the day. Thank you very much.